Oh yeah, this is Peaches. All right, from DG chat. Wick, obviously. I think this is a Destiny hater, concern troller. But yeah,
If he was if he was Queeman's size, you wouldn't be having him on. I think it's fair to say. He is guilty. The court case isn't about whether he's guilty.
Guilty of what?
He doesn't claim he's not guilty.
are Asians not a literal result of inbreeding? If we are a result of inbreeding, we must be extremely successful at it because all the Asians turn out to be extremely smart and are way better than like fucking white people. All right. At math, on everything, we did something right there, okay? Maybe we should inbreed more.
Guilty of sharing those materials without her express consent. He hasn't said he's not guilty of that. He's arguing whether it's illegal that he did that or not. Read the court case. Read what he shared from the court cases.
Then
it's just wrong.
Then there will be a ruling, and then that's it.
No, there will be a.
I don't know why we need to act.
There will be a decision. There will be a civil decision as to whether or not what he did was illegal. Wick, do you have women in your community?
There's a court case currently going on, and that is going to decide the answer to that. No?
No. The civil case is about whether what he did was illegal. It's not about whether he did it. He's not disputing that he did it. He's not saying he didn't share those videos. He's not saying he had her express consent. No one, even him, is disputing that he did that without the express consent of
How many viewers do you think Peach has?
I was going to ask that too.
Like this idea that the only reason I'm having...
But you're the one that makes it seem that inbreeding was bad. Inbreeding is generally bad, yes. It is generally bad. But I guess Western... I mean, if it's true that, Eastern people also participate in a lot of inbreeding, I mean, we must be doing something right?
Guessing honest because he has big viewers.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
That implies that I don't have people on who have almost no viewers all the time.
That's clear. You know for a fact that's not what I'm implying. Peach, how many how many credible allegations of sexual abuse or sexual materials abuse do you have currently?
None, but that doesn't
Do you think
matter.
that factors into why I'm saying Wick wouldn't have Destiny on if he was bigger? Or if he was smaller?
No.
What I'm saying isn't that you only have people on if they're big. Okay, what I'm saying is you wouldn't have anyone on with his...
So Alabama jokes can stop then? No, they're gonna continue. Bye. If you want to watch someone who does not make like incest jokes or inbreeding jokes, you can watch any other person, okay? You can just click off the stream. But you don't have the mental faculties to like understand when to disengage with content that you don't like. So, who can really blame anybody but yourself?
The online rap sheet, unless they were.
I was going to have Foodshops on after her accusations against her. And Foodshops had like 10 viewers at the time.
Yeah, is there literal evidence on the internet that she definitely did the thing that everyone is accusing her of?
I heard the words that she said. They were pretty bad.
Yeah, you heard? Okay.
That she wanted.
I enjoy taking my sweet time to exact vengeance upon those who have doubted me in the past, okay? People who have bashed me 2 years ago are now gonna get it, okay? They're now going to get it, alright? I have bided my time and my vengeance has arrived, okay? Alright, Wick, okay? 2 years ago, I was cast to the side for having 10 viewers. 20 viewers, okay? The lolly controversy. But now, my time has come, okay? Your judgment day has arrived.
To wrap herself around a 12-year-old?
Cool. I would probably say... It's
pretty gross, right?
For one.
Yeah, it was a joke.
But two, you also obfuscated, I don't have children in my community. His issue isn't with children. That's an obfuscation. That's something I'm sure he's glad people are dwelling on right now because it pulls attention from what there is proof that he did. He shared sexual materials from someone he found in online communities and then used his clout to get into a sexual relationship with her. He then filmed her and then he shared that stuff without her consent. None of that is disputed. He's arguing in court that he had implied consent, but none of it is disputed that he did not have express consent.
The women in my community at a danger for him to do that too? Do you think it makes it...
Oh my god. Dude, I hate dialogue that always goes, listen, I don't know why Wick does this, where whenever, like, he loves virtue signaling about protecting the woman in his community or something like that, I'm sorry, if you're a woman in my community, you are not safe, okay? You're just as not safe as the rest of my men, okay? Equal rights mean equal fights, okay? Alright? You are here to suffer with the rest of us, okay? You're in the most degenerate of the most degenerate of circles, okay? I will not protect you, alright? If you're a woman, if you're a woman, sexism sucks. But if you take shots at someone and they take shots at you back on an equal level, and one of these is a sexist joke or something, then yeah, I'm not going to protect you, okay? It is what it is, all right? But yeah, that's it.
More likely that he's going to successfully chat up some
Yes.
e-girl online. Do you think that's his opening line?
Wait,
Like,
then
hey
why would it
girl,
matter if you
I
had,
was on the
why would
WIC
it matter
panel
if
the
you
other
had
day.
children in your community
Hey,
if you don't think
girl.
it would increase the chances of him communicating with them?
You think he
Why would it
doesn't
matter
have
if you had
minors in his
children?
community because he's worried that Destiny's gonna come in and like manipulate them? That's crazy.
What kind of dumb fuck?
There are a
retarded
million
point
reasons
is
to
that?
not
That is
have
not what I
minors in
said.
it. It's a
No.
dumb fuck argument to say that like why
Yeah,
does
it would be. That's why nobody fucking said it. So shut the fuck up. I'm saying, why would it matter,
Why?
Wick, if you had minors in your community, if you're arguing that it wouldn't make him more likely to predate on them? I'm saying, yes, it makes it more likely that he predates on women in your community if he is in your community having a fucking AMA. The same way that you already agree that if you had minors in your community and you had him
No,
on, it
there's
would
a
increase the
difference
chances
here.
that he'd predate on them.
There's a difference here, and there's a difference in the level.
Bro, it's crazy to me. You know why this has happened in the first place? Is because Wix audience, a Wix server, apparently, according to Wix, is that like the people in Wix server has been infighting. They have been infighting with one another about Destiny.
I am neither man nor woman. I am a Destiny and Foodshops fan.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Zorb, okay? You know, that is until I betray Destiny, okay? But just FYI, because they think that the woman on Wix server would be put at risk because of Destiny's presence in the server due to his history. I'm not joking. That's what the drama is about in Wix server, apparently. We have like 5 old people sitting in a circle arguing about whether or not like Destiny is like risky to like the 2 women in Wix community. Like, what am I even supposed to say? Like it's retarded.
Of ability to have their own fucking choices between a child and an actual.
Number 1, not only does Destiny not need Wix server to hook up with women, okay? It's crazy that you would even think that, because he just opens Instagram DMs and you can just find the nearest woman near him, okay? It's crazy that you would even think that. But number 2, I believe that women have the self-autonomy to choose whether or not a man is being predatory, right? Like, what the fuck? Are they children?
Woman, unless you think women are just children, right? Which is fair, but I don't. I think women are people with their own ability to make decisions. And if anyone in my community, again, is unfamiliar with Destiny's predilections.
Cool. So did Pixie have the ability to consent to her materials being released?
Did she have the ability to consent?
Yeah.
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 He
Did that
didn't consent
affect
to
whether
having them released for him
did that
either.
affect? Holy fuck! Did
fuck.
did that affect whether or not Destiny shared them?
If I had
In that
like,
instance?
Bro, dude, people are painting Destiny out to be like J-Stuck, dude. J-Stuck is the kind of person who would press his face against the fucking psych ward glass window looking for the next BPD victim, okay? But okay.
Again, do you think me having him on affected what he did to Pixie?
It gives him a wider pool of people he could potentially do that to. Yes.
Oh, come on. That's fucking
the same
stupid.
exact reason why
That's
exposing
fucking,
him
do
to
you
more
think,
minors
okay,
would impact
having him on
minors.
my
Exposing
server
him to
in
more
my
women
show
would impact
gives him
women.
a wider.
Have you noticed that people are a little bit more mean now towards anti-fans? Ever since Destiny endorsed me? Ever since I gained a little bit more traction in this space? Have you noticed that just maybe even a little bit, people have been pushing back a lot harder against the anti-fans whenever they try to work their magic. Maybe even just a little bit. I think something's happening, okay?
Destiny. Motherfucking Destiny, a wider range to predate on.
Yeah, you could make that same argument about minors. So I guess it wouldn't matter for minors either. More kids know of Destiny, so I guess you couldn't add any minors to his radar. So why would you add any more women, right? You can't say one about one but not the other.
Yes, I can, because they don't. They aren't. There's different
not a
categories.
woman in my community who wouldn't know of him, and then
They're
say,
different
well, he's not
categories.
big enough for children to know.
Again, this idea that if I let him in my community, that he's going to have access to the women in my community who all watch streamers, right? That didn't that he wouldn't otherwise have access to is just insane.
Yes,
it's just,
it does. 100%.
You have to ignore reality. I wish I was big enough that it might actually matter. But I got 83 people watching me on YouTube.
It doesn't even matter how big you are. The idea that
you just said with children, and why does it change it? Why would you being smaller not matter then?
Children are children.
They are just as likely to be aware of Destiny if they're in your circle. So why would it matter? You're not exposing any new minors to them.
Fair enough. That's true.
So,
no, you're exactly correct. I'll retract that statement. I'll retract that statement.
Okay, so what it does do then is it shows that you are willing to platform and associate with on your own platform someone who you know has shared sexual materials he did not have the consent to share them with. It's a spit in the face to every woman in your community. It's a spit in the face to all of them. Because it's saying, yes, you have the right.
Oh, dude, I can't believe it. This actual virgin, this absolute virgin is trying to be a white knight for women in the fucking WIC TV community. How sad and pathetic does your life have to be? How sad do you have to wake up every day to look at yourself in the mirror, to tell yourself, I'm gonna defend women in the WIC TV community? What? Dude, you can do anything else with your time. You're such a loser. You're actually such a pathetic, fucking genetically deficient inbred drooling vegetable. Literally tongue flapping around as you try to speak, trying to make coherent sentences with your words.
To consent, and you're not a fucking child, which implies you can't be predated on if those two things are true.
God, just
that
listen
was what
to
your
him.
point was. Well, he can't predate on the women as easily because they have the willingness or an ability to consent. Yeah, it didn't matter is the point. Pixie had the willingness and the ability to consent. He didn't wait for it. He did it anyway.
Do you think that it's the willingness and ability to consent that makes Destiny defanged from being able to predate against women, not just in my community, but pretty much across the internet right now? Right? Because everyone knows what he did. Everyone who watches streamers is aware, at least tangentially, of what he did. So it's not the fact that they can consent or not consent in this case that makes him defanged. It's the fact that you are going in eyes fucking wide open if you're sharing your nudes in 2025 with Destiny. I would advise strongly that you do not. Okay? For all the reasons that you mentioned, he cannot be trusted. He has shown that he has, at the very least, handled other people's private sexual material with the same negligence that Pete Hegseth handled our classified intel with, right? It's gross. It's disgusting.
Pete Hegseth? I don't know about that one, dude. What?
He should not have done it. It's not okay. That said, me having someone on my show does not condone their actions. It does not run defense for them. And this guilt by association, right, is just a bullshit argument. It does not hold water. And again, no one is more at danger.
That you're guilty of sexual materials abuse because you're associated with Destiny. So
no, but you are saying I'm doing something morally wrong.
Yes.
By having him on, and you have yet to elucidate exactly what the moral sin, what the moral harm, what the moral sin is.
The moral harm is spitting in the faces of the women in your community. To take those kinds of actions so
Dude, what woman? Are you a woman? Are you a woman? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I can't. I must be imagining this entire fucking conversation. I must be imagining things. There's just no way. There's just no. He's speaking on behalf of all women. He's the woman understander. Oh, dude, he's not a real person.
Seriously, you're just gonna have a regular old AMA with him.
Okay, well, let's bring the women of my community online. Why let Jebtan speak for the women of my community? When I have a woman in my
I didn't say
community.
I'm speaking for
What
them.
am I supposed
just
to
said it's
say
spitting in
here?
their faces
You are
regardless.
though.
Someone can enjoy getting their face fat, and that doesn't change what it's doing.
Okay, Jenny. Hello.
Bro, we have like oh my god. And then like the actual woman who is on the panel right now, Peach, right? Like she's just like yeah, I just can't. So wait, do you mean that you're speaking for all women minus Peach then? Okay, that's a weird exclusion. That's a weird, you might want to justify that, I
You're
guess.
muted on your end.
Hi, Jenny.
Oh wait, I know you. What's up, Jen?
Listen, it's about to become, he's speaking for all women in the community minus Peach and minus Jenny, okay? It's about to become 2 women excluded out of the protection crowd, okay? You'll be losing out on his protection, okay? His glorious protection. It's gonna be catastrophic, alright?
Hi.
It's over.
I understand your concern, Jebtan. I really do. You're like one of the good guys that is in the general like Twitch poll community, right? And I don't mean that facetiously. I mean that like because you wholeheartedly like you have your morals, you stick to them.
Twitchpo is dead, by the way. The only person that was keeping Twitchpo alive was Dylan Burns. And Dylan Burns and Destiny was keeping it alive back then. When one of them ran Hippy Dippy and the other one ran and the other one was just like the most popular one in that space. Foodshops, you seen that
get
one?
behind a bar. To get behind a bar. Oh, but they put it all in the thing. It's like, the guy's a rage cow. He's lashing out. He's doing any damage he possibly can. He doesn't give a fuck about being correct. And if you want to go down with that ship, be my guest, all right? Because if you guys, oh, Nick, I used to respect you. It's like, bro, I don't give a fuck who respects me on this at all whatsoever. To me, you're just another name in the chat and you'll be replaced.
How is anybody saying I don't respect you? He's just being like, Destiny's a liar. I don't want to defend this guy at all. This guy fucking sucks. And somebody apparently is saying, Nick, I don't respect you to that. Find that person. That person is not safe to be around children or women, okay? Find that person, mark them for the good of society, okay? They need to be tracked.
Right at the beginning of the next drama, you're
I need an FEI jacket. Oh, I don't. Wait, what am I supposed to get from this? I'm a little confused. Okay, cool, I guess.
They are what they are, and you know, they're good morals.
Listen, Jay Stoke versus Nicholas DiOrio is just fatty on fatty violence, okay? Why is no one talking about the fatty crime statistics?
I think you are overblowing the safety of women in the community a little bit. Because for one, we are adults. We do this on as a community, we do this on purpose. We keep it to adult only because we are responsible for our own actions. Second, one of the hottest topics every single fucking day since even before Pixie was Destiny is a piece of shit. That's literally a topic of conversation in the general Discord every day. Which doesn't stop it. Destiny's in.
Wait, what the fuck? Why don't I see anything? I'm in the I'm in Wix server right now, but I don't see general chat. How do you gain access to gen chat?
In the community, in the Discord. Like, he could come in and see it anytime he wants to. And third,
I heard Jonathan's voice. Yeah, I went to check for downloads on PoE2.
I'm just gonna say, I know it seems like there's a lot of women in our community,
Scroll down to the
just
yard.
by like who comes onto streams and whatnot. As far as
I don't see it. I don't have access to it.
participation in the community, there's 3 of us.
Sure. My point isn't that 100% Destiny is going to get more victims from this, or that he's even actively looking for them.
Foods, you have the content role that they want Wick to give to Destiny. Okay, that's gay and retarded, I guess.
My point is this. In the same way that
Lame.
when Hassan started collabing with Ethan Klein, right? The difference in the size of audience there is not nearly as large as the difference between Wix and Destiny's. What happened when Hassan's community, when they started collabing, was Hassan's community came in and they started getting to set the name.
What? Like what? They think I'm a danger to women. Or so, they think I'm a danger to children in Wix server. Like, what exactly is the reason?
Narrative among Ethan's community on a number of things. Ethan watched that radicalize his community and caught it too late, and now we have everything that's going on there. You have a sizable chunk of Ethan's community that has now been ripped off and pushed onto the Hassan side of things because Hassan's community was.
Foodshops said that like a British person. Well, you know, you can take Foodshops out of the Queeman streams, okay, but you can't take the Queeman fan out of my heart, okay? All right, from back then, at the very least, okay. There are some behaviors that are too hard to get rid of.
Much bigger. They came in, they got to set the narrative and set the tone for the conversation. Destiny's community, compared to Wick's community, the size difference is so much astronomically larger that and Wick knows this, he's going to get Destiny on for an MMA, he's going to jump up to like 3,000 viewers when, you know, Wick puts on a great show sometimes, and we'll get like 350 viewers on a great show.
Sometimes.
And, well, I'm saying, like, you know, you can't control guests, but like when you do a great job booking and the stars align, you'll get like a really good like 350 viewers on YouTube alone. I don't know kind of cross-platform what it ends up looking like, but when you have, you know, ostensibly 2,500 people entering a chat that at its strongest is probably, you know, 350.
Dude, I'm about to give all of these like fucking concentrical virtue signals a heart attack. Ready? Considering how many viewers I have right now, I think that there is a small portion, an extremely small portion of them that are actually underage. And I would guess that also a portion of them are underage and they are girls, okay? So there is at least probably one, just statistically speaking, there's probably at least one underage girl that is watching me right now. They're probably in danger, okay? Listen, they're in danger, okay? All right? I just want to put that out there to scare people on purpose, okay?
That 2,500 people is going to set the narrative. They're going to set the tone, and they're going to start changing the way your community thinks about the subject and the way that people think you and your community feel about the subject. So I get the returns in the short term seem really attractive, but I promise you it is not worth it to have his army of this abuse, of defenders of this abuse, setting the tone and narrative in your chat in your community.
Two
Right,
things.
and I get the concern, but I'm gonna explain it this way. Wick has.
Dude, this is me. This is me when it comes to streaming as a job, okay?
Don't let these bags under my eyes fool you, little buddy. I love each and every day I work here at the Glam Burger. Why, what could be better than serving up smiles? Run away from me!
Had Destiny on for a couple years now, and at first I remember being like an actual like Discord moderator, not just a Twitch and YouTube moderator. I was worried. I was like, why are we having this piece of shit like on your show? He's gonna bring like his army of minions. It's gonna drag the Discord down. I don't want to moderate this shit. All that, right? What happened and what continues to happen is like 2 dipshits come over, we relentlessly mock them into leaving the Discord.
I mean, you say that when it's only a few, but right now it's just with everything going on, his community, you can look in the communities, in the Twitter community, in the Discord and whatnot, they are literally purposefully mobilizing, trying to get the correct narrative out in communities to change the way people view the facts of this situation. And I'm seeing it in the.
I don't know what he's talking about.
chat right now. This guy crying about deplatforming Destiny, but we'll be watching and taking notes regardless.
But still, what? Just laugh at him and call him dumb. I don't know how that means that like, he's
I'm
gonna
not
have more
perso-
access to women and that they're gonna be like exploited and preyed upon in the DMs with them.
Again,
I don't
that's
understand how that
one
relates.
point. I think the greater point is that you are these.
Dude, it's kind of crazy as well, just mainly because like people think I'm like crafting narratives or something like that. I craft them on the spot, bitch. I craft them on the spot as I am reacting to them, unless I pre-watch something, okay? Do you know what happens on the server whenever somebody talks about Destiny every day? There is arguments. Anybody who's on my server knows for a fact that no one is actually trying to like rub their hands together and become like a malicious villain or some shit. It's everyone is arguing about whether or not Destiny is innocent or guilty, okay? That's it. That's what people are arguing about. Like, they're actually arguing about whether or not Destiny is innocent or guilty. Okay? Like, not even Destiny fans are convinced entirely that he's innocent. They're not. And you shouldn't. And you shouldn't. Okay? So the thing is that, like, you think that even people who watch Destiny even right now, and people who are even fans of Destiny right now, are, like, even who thinks that he's entirely innocent? Are trying to craft a narrative to convince the public? Like, it's just like way to go, I guess, on how retarded you are. But you know,
These people are already setting the tone and the narrative to an extent in your community, and now you're going to invite them to do so again and again and again with these things when these things are the hottest, when they have the most motivation to perpetuate support for this abuse.
just FYI, okay? I know that I'm the Destiny defender, right? But the thing is that like, in a world where everyone has nuanced views on the whole situation, in a world where everyone is actually taking Destiny and Ethan Klein good faith, I would just be the average in that world, okay? The average, all right? But by default, because everyone is anti-Destiny, I have become the Destiny defender by default. So the thing is that I don't really like considering myself as like the ultimate Destiny defender, just mainly because in a world where everyone is being reasonable, I think that I would take the middle ground, the middle position. So yeah, I don't know. It's just so
And if you look at the way his community is, it is not just defending Destiny in this instance. They are starting to push all the way toward implied consent is essentially always present as long as you're sort of in a sexual engagement with someone who's ever sent sexual materials to anyone before. And this, you can allow the potentiality for this to become the common thought in your
Then you
community.
tell
I think
them that
that's
they're dumb as
dangerous.
fuck.
I think
If
that's
I
dangerous.
may.
I'm not personally affected by it.
If I
I will
may.
never get e-raped by
Oh,
anyone.
it is.
Anybody who's interacting in a community that has now been taught that if you have sexual conversations online with
Name
someone
the
who's ever
community.
sent sexual materials
Name
to
the
somebody else in the
community.
past,
Name
you
the
have implied
community.
consent to share theirs with others.
name the
You're saying that
community.
random chatters from a community and then him being on stream is gonna just automatically implant that in people's brains like they haven't lived their adult lives. Like what is it about this community
People
and about
are
him that is
impressionable.
going to be
It's so large. It's so much larger. Did you not?
Just FYI, okay? I don't think I don't think he'll ever name it, but he's talking about us, okay? Obviously, like unless like he's talking about some other community that's been talking about this kind of stuff in some other way, because I don't really, I can't really think of anybody else. I don't really think of anybody else, right? Unless somebody can correct me, but it's pretty much just us, yeah.
So
Hear what
what?
I
Our
just said
community.
about Hassan and
How- why-
Ethan's
why
community.
hasn't
this
Why did
happened?
that
When it came to Hassan and Ethan's community, what it had to do with is because Ethan started to see his community start to get, I believe in his words, like radicalized based on Hassan's
Yes.
opinion because of the content that they were watching. I don't know how that has anything to do with
No,
like
just because of what Hassan was saying about it and because of how much of his community had been crossed over and taken over by Hassan's community.
I'll say that. Let me say this.
People
let me
are
say,
social
let me
creatures.
let
They
me
get
let me
influenced when
please let me
everyone
please get
around
in
them
here.
is saying the same thing about
Okay.
a subject. They begin
Let-
to
let me-
believe that.
Dude, he's so passionate about this. Like, it's crazy to me how passionate he is. What the fuck? Bro is fighting for his life. He is actually fighting for his life right now. What the fuck?
And
Let me
become
please
open
get
to
in
that.
here.
child
Hold
and
on,
you don't
just
have
real
a
quick,
brain, then
please.
fine.
Peach.
This is
Let
necessary.
so
Peach,
naive.
Jeb Tan, both of you. Let
Don't
me
cut the
get in.
content. Don't cut the
please.
content. Wick, don't cut the content.
As Jenny has mentioned,
Come on.
I've had Destiny on for a couple of years now. Okay.
Okay.
Off and on, once every couple months, right? Sometimes more.
No, Foods, he's fighting for the lives of all the women in Wick's community. You're right. Ran out video memory, exiting. Oh shit. Oh shit. What the fuck?
Sometimes less.
Okay.
This has never happened before. Even in the midst of very dire back and forth, right? I've never been in a situation where Destiny's community has come into my server and tried to set the tone or the narrative. Yeah, there'll be chatters chatting in my chats, right? But that's not so, like there's people doing it on both sides, right? There's people saying Destiny's a piece of
You know who's actually doing that? The Antifan.
shit, blah 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 blah, and there's people that Destiny could do no wrong, blah 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 blah, and they're just gonna do that. It's a free speech platform. I allow them to do that, but I don't think that me having you are positing something that if it was going to happen, it would have happened by now, right? None of the people who are my stalwarts, my Wickas, if you will, none of them have been brainwashed by DGG, right? No one have been brainwashed by Snark, for that matter, right? They're all their own people with their own crazy ideas, but it just hasn't worked out like you fear, and I don't see it doing so in the future.
Sure,
I will
yeah,
say
we can come back and see what the impact it has. I guarantee you, your audience is going to be. It's probably going to grow a little, and it's going to be a much larger proportion of people who think that Destiny's behavior is probably fine, and he should probably continue to have a career online, or he should probably and he shouldn't have to apologize for any of it.
I don't think
that it's not anybody's business. It's personal drama, and it's everybody's worried. Who's worried about it is just worried about optics. These are all.
So
the
first of all,
arguments.
I don't see I get a lot of growth in my community the first couple times I have a big streamer on. After that, I've kind of pumped the well dry. I don't see usually huge increases in my viewership or huge increases in my Discord community. It's usually a couple ones or twosies or 10s or 20s. Or on a good day, I'll get a couple hundred new people, right, on my YouTube channel, right? That's a good day. I don't think that having Destiny on Thursday is going to... most of the people watching are going to be anti-fans. And I'm telling you, I'm predicting this right now.
Most of the people watching are going to be DGG.
Hold on. I got people right now calling me a pedophile because I'm having Destiny on. A pedophile of the soul, I believe, is one of the quotes. Because I'm having Destiny on, right? The risks to me...
What? What does that mean? What the fuck does pedophile of the soul mean? What? Are we just making random ass shit up now? Is that what's going on?
Of having Destiny on are very, very high, okay? They're very, very high. There's a lot of people who will now relentlessly harass me, relentlessly send me DMs, threats, and all these things, relentlessly quote tweet me, relentlessly call me a pedophile supporter, all these things. All these things will happen, right? So I'm bearing a cost for a principle, and the principle is this. Well, there's a couple principles at play. First principle, no one tells me who I can and cannot have on my show, okay? The only one that can do that, and I wish they couldn't, is YouTube or Twitch, right? Unfortunately, I can't stream to Twitch when I have Destiny on. I would if I could, but I can't because I'd get banned, okay? So that's one. The second principle at play is that I don't think that someone has to be a good person or I even have to like them for them to be on my show. And I want the ability to platform even Nazis, even murderers, right?
Yeah,
I tried to get someone who was actually in jail once on my show.
Where's the Queeman AMA? Let's get Queeman on.
Queeman has personally attacked me several times for months.
Let's stop acting like this is a principle of...
It is a principle thing.
You like Destiny. You want to have Destiny on because you like him and he's got a big audience that can help your show.
If you want to write the fan fiction, why are you even talk to me if you're not going to listen to what I say?
Because I'm
telling you what the thing is, and you just make up fan fiction.
No, you're saying he attacked me, so I don't like him, so I don't want to have him on. Then it's not a principle that you don't have to like them to have them on. It sounds like you do kind of have to like them to have them on. And you like Destiny, which is fine. I don't have any problems with anyone liking Destiny on a personal level who knows him. My problem is what I'm saying fucking happens. It happens a lot. And his community is so much bigger than yours, and they are currently openly saying we need to start setting the narrative more. We need to not be quote unquote optic.
Dude, this Queeman fan, you're telling me this Queeman fan is the defender of women. Queeman fans being the defender of woman.
Cucks who go in politely into communities and have good conversation. We need to start slapping down anybody who thinks the wrong way about this Destiny stuff, and we need to start pushing the fucking narrative.
Go ahead. You're in my community. Do that.
Shot callers.
You're in my community.
Fight
Do
'em.
that. Fight them.
Right. Like I'm sitting here cordially inviting you to come join us on any random day in general chat. Just have a conversation. And look at like all the people.
Listen, I've
and
gone into here and had conversation, but what I don't want to do, do is just become this fucking sword bearer in a community who's the leader of the community just doesn't give a fuck about these people coming in and doing it because he's inviting them because he's having Destiny on his show.
But also the big thing.
Why is it
also
my
that
job
the
to
big
push them
thing
out?
Oh my god, you could literally just leave the fucking community, dude. It's not hard. Just leave the community. Why the fuck are you so passionate? You're passionate, dude. Oh my god. You are in a dire need of grass, okay? You need to chew. You don't just need to touch the grass, you need to chew the grass, okay? Holy fuck. You can't be this terminally online. You just can't. Listen, this is loser behavior, okay? This is I just imagine every Kiwi farmer, every single Queeman fan is like this, okay? Not only are they most likely fat, a BMI above 35, okay? Well, let me see. They're probably also stupid, does not touch grass, for sure, okay? Not married, no children. They're also probably incredibly ugly, okay? I have to put it like that. I'm bringing that part out just mainly because I have seen the people posting their selfies in my server. They're incredibly good looking, okay? So now I know for a fact that, we just simply have better looking people, okay? People who actually take care of themselves, okay? Well, let's see. They probably have poop socks. They probably have pee socks. Yeah, listen, just stop. You need to question where your life is going right now, okay? Jesus.
The big thing also, the big difference, because I want to go back to because you keep comparing like Ethan and Hassan. Ethan and Hassan had a show together. They ended up having a shared audience. A lot of Hassan's audience started watching Ethan. When Ethan cut off Hassan or they stopped whatever doing their thing, then the audience goes separate ways and it gets reset. If it's his audience being his audience and Hassan's being his audience and they all come together, or if Wick's audience and Destiny's audience come together and then they like fuck off and leave or whatever, I don't know why.
Audience Fortuna Iovet.
I have no idea what that means, but thank you for the $5.
It's this idea that they're gonna come in and then what now all of a sudden
Was that
like
pig Latin?
this whole entire community is gonna be what? Like I don't even know what the current narrative is, like a pedophile like okay with rape and shit. Like I don't know.
Bro, it's like if you combined Avatar and and Steven's predatory actions, okay? He turns into the rape bender, okay? All right, he can, you don't understand, okay? If you have any woman in proximity of him, okay, he is able to control the rape force, okay? Like, he is literally waving his hands around, and he's, like, fucking controlling the fucking pedo force and the rape force. He's a rape bender, okay? All right, you don't understand the things he's capable of. It's crazy.
How that happens by just having, like, somebody on a show.
That's what happened first, right?
It didn't happen with Hassan and Ethan, though.
It did.
It didn't.
That's why they fucked off and went their separate directions, was once Ethan and Hassan started fighting, once Ethan finally put his foot down.
They didn't have a show anymore together.
The rape force, dude, I just imagine, like, Flash running and trying to travel through time, and then behind is, like, Steven, and it's pieces out, and he's like, he just goes past the Flash. I'm sorry, I don't know why that came into my fucking head, okay? I'm sorry.
That's when the audience is split, though. And
they
the
had
reason
a show
why,
together, though.
And why did it fucking stop? Because Ethan realized his community was getting radicalized.
Because they had a show together.
Oh my god. So yes, exactly what I'm saying happens.
How is that the same thing as just literally doing like a night together every once in a while? They literally
Barry Allen traveling to the past to save his mom, and then Destiny traveling at light speed with the rape force. Okay, going to fuck his mom first. Oh, dude.
Had a podcast where they were co-hosts and they did, I don't even remember how often it was, but the idea that it's the same thing and it didn't
sorry.
slowly
Just-
happens
just-
over time.
just housekeeping.
It
Is
didn't
the
start right
show on
away.
Wednesday not
Just
being
housekeeping, just
co-hosted by
housekeeping.
Destiny and Wick?
I do have 10
Thursday,
minutes
by the way.
left because I did have a debate scheduled at 8. Okay, so
It's just
I just wanted to say
stupid.
one last thing. I just wanted to say one last
one
thing.
last thing and then
The
let's
thing,
go.
the thing that we need to keep in mind about this community, the reason that most of us heard about it, Wick in the first place was the dog fucker panel. And now we're worried about Destiny's community.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
We had
all right.
much worse time with the zoophile furries than
I wouldn't
we've
have-
ever had with Destiny.
yeah, I would have made the same argument there, and I would have said you probably don't want those kinds of problems.
No, no,
It's fine to
Mike.
have like.
No, Mike says this. Says I'm much more concerned
What?
with you having Tally's audience on in your community than Destiny's. Okay. Well, you guys hate Tally way too much, and
I don't get the hate on. I don't get the hate on Tolly. Again, it's just these weird. It's the weird standards, but no Cal's joking, so I'm not gonna eat him up for that. And I can stop there. I've said all that I have to say. You guys have given your rebuttals on it. I just think you know my prediction on this.
I do.
Love you, Jen. Love you, Wick. Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
right.
Peach.
Nice to meet you.
Every heated thing is just my energy at the subject.
I
not at you
understand.
personally.
I understand. We have a disagreement, right?
Yeah.
And I don't hate you for it.
Well, hold on. But you argued that Wick was committing a moral wrong. You're saying that Wick is committing a moral wrong. So you're saying it's at the subject, but the subject is that Wick is. Wait, hold on. You can't just play nice now. You can't play nice now. I'm sorry. You cannot play nice now. Okay. You're accusing Wick of putting women in danger. You can't. He's a pedo of the soul. You're right. This guy is a pedo. He's a pedophile. He's a pedophile of the soul.
Okay. I'll
Peace.
talk to you later, buddy.
Bye.
It's just a deplatforming argument. That's all it is, over and over again. But people should know my stance by now. And
By the way, okay, like people say, oh yeah, they're not trying to go after Destiny's job, right? Because I remember I said that, you can justify doxing, especially when they go after your job or something, right? Like you can justify nuclear actions like doxing when they go after your job. Well, I mean, what are we seeing here? What the fuck are we seeing here? Right? Well, we're seeing a Queeman viewer defending Queeman's honor, going after Destiny's job. By trying to deplatform, trying to get him off Wick's fucking show. Like, cucking the content, right? Like, this is literally the argument that I was trying to make the entire time. Anyway.
not been perfect at it. That is true. But I strive to be so. $5 from Alexander Rin to say Jeb is an alarmist. Please stop reading the tea leaves. Look, if it starts to happen, then we can relook at this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But until it does, look, I have cultivated an audience that is unlike Ethan's. That is unlike Hassan's, for that matter. That's unlike DGG, for that matter.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's not really an audience. It's like I don't even know what to call the people in your community. But
I have cultivated an audience that disagrees with each other, and that's expected. They're expected to fight with each other, okay? That's what that's what they like to do. They like to argue. They like to it's very free speechy in my house. And that provides an inoculation against the viruses, the mind viruses, if you will, that Jebtan is promoting might come. But we only have 7 more minutes to go, okay? And I want to get one more caller, and I want to give Peach an outro.
Darkest Dungeon.
Because Peach, have you had fun?
So much fun. I'm actually really sad that it's ending.
Well, we can do this again sometime. Okay. that's what
Really?
I'm saying. Yeah. And we can.
Wait, what? Wait, then what's coming afterwards? I see you caught another raid. Yeah, indeed. Okay. But that doesn't mean I am endorsed by Destiny. Okay, no, okay, all right. I can't deny it at this point. Okay, yes, I guess I am. Okay. I mean, like 5 raids. Okay, that's a little bit. Yeah.
And have
Okay,
you on again,
cool.
because I really like this. I think this is great.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun. Okay, cool.
Good, but let's bring in
1 raid, whatever. Okay, great. That's a little bit of grace. That's good grace. Okay. 2 raids. Okay, all right. I see you've caught onto me. 3 raids. Oh, okay. Very nice. 4th raid. Oh, am I an orbiter now? 5th raid. Oh, you're trying to give me a career on purpose. You're trying to give me a career, right? I don't know.
the next guy. Which, oh, hold on. I don't know which one of these joined first, so pick one. Pick one of the people backstage.
Say something bad about Destiny to balance it out. I see bad things about him every day. Like, I'll say one right now, okay? Just because you shouldn't accuse him of being guilty right now, beyond the shadow of a doubt, on anything, doesn't mean that you should be cemented on the fact that he's innocent either. Right? And I've said that before. Just because, like, again, okay? Yeah. You shouldn't die on every single hill to defend Destiny. You shouldn't.
Top guy or
who
bottom
am
guy?
I'm gonna say top
And I've said time and time again as well that he is a retard. So, I mean, what can I say? I guess he doesn't care about that part.
guy. I don't know who they are.
Top
sorry.
guy. Hey, top guy. What's up?
I hope I picked right. Top guy, don't let
You're
me down.
muted. You're muted on your end,
Yeah,
top guy.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the opportunity, but
I think so far my defense is the best defense of Destiny. Listen, I'm just a lawyer, okay? I'm a lawyer in the court of public opinion. All right?
I think the other guy was in there before me.
Oh, he
Okay.
just left.
Oh,
No.
okay. Well, then let me do my spiel real quick. Basically,
Who the fuck is Mr. X? Is this... Please, please... Why is this person in the weight room? I'm a little scared. We'll see. Yo, what's up?
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I just wanted to say that you're doing an amazing job.
Oh, thank you. Anything else?
You're doing an amazing job. I had a lot of disagreements with Justical and the way things were going, but then everything that I had in my head, you spew out, and you have way more knowledge and background than me, and I think you are doing that for a lot of people, and I appreciate it. That was all I had to say.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Is there... Oh, now he's gone.
you
That was
guys have
cute. That was actually pretty cute. That was actually
Putting
adorable.
on the face of it, but I feel that these are empty calories. It is acting in a way that, as
He came in. Okay, listen. If they glaze me for like 15 minutes straight, I can't handle that. I'm sorry. I just can't. I have to move on to my content. Okay. But that was like what, like a minute, 30 seconds. That was nice and nifty, wasn't it?
you mentioned, is not human. It is acting in a way other than human because you mentioned that no other human can replicate how it does. It is, by definition, non-human, and that is going to cause
okay,
you
I don't think that
problems.
makes any sense. So,
Well, you just
so
said
one,
it.
I think the way that
Go
hold on.
ahead.
Well, I
Peach,
think the way
Peach,
that
Peach.
Okay, that's enough. We already watched the doobie portion. I think the thing I want to finish watching today is Nicholas Diorio stream. I bet that Spicy Chat is really happy right now that I am going after Nicholas Diorio. I think that I've had Queeman viewers tell me before, like a while ago, before all this Destiny drama, that, oh yeah, Foodshop, you should go after Nicholas Diorio. And time again, I have told them no. So yeah. We're reviewing Disney's reaction to stage 3. Wait, what is JSUP doing right now?